Chapter 16. Sources of Water. Key points. Water, a precious liquid. Sources of water. Dams, reservoirs and canals. Water cycle. How salt is made from the sea water. Meher, pour some water in the container. It is so hot today. Birds will drink and bathe in it. Yes, Mom, they too need water. They are living beings like us. Water, a precious liquid. Water is present everywhere. Around 3/4 part of the Earth's surface is covered with water. However, only a very small portion of it is suitable for drinking. Most of the water on the surface of the Earth is present in the seas and oceans, which is salty and not fit for drinking. Sources of water. We get water from many freshwater sources, as mentioned below. Rain. Rain is the main source of fresh water on the earth. Rainwater gets filled in ponds, lakes, seas, oceans and other water bodies. Underground water. Some of the rainwater percolates into the soil and reaches a layer under the solid rocks. It gets collected there. It is called the underground water. Underground water comes out to the surface as springs in some hilly regions. It can also be drawn out by digging wells, hand pumps, and tube wells. Surface water. Water found in ponds, lakes, rivers, seas, and oceans is called surface water. A small body of water which is surrounded by land is called a pond. Water is accumulated in ponds during rainy season. However, they dry up in summers. A lake is bigger than a pond. Most of the rivers flow from the mountains, hills and other places which get heavy rain. The snow or ice in high mountains melts to form rivers. Such rivers carry plenty of water throughout the year and are called the perennial or snow-fed rivers, such as the Ganga, the Yamuna and the Brahmaputra. They originate from the Himalayas. Some rivers like Kaveri, Krishna and Godavari carry only rainwater and are called rain-fed rivers. They have plenty of water during the rainy season and almost dry up during summers. Very large bodies of water are called oceans and seas. An ocean is bigger than a sea. They have salty water. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic and Antarctic are the 5 oceans on the earth. Let's go an extra mile. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean on the earth. Dams, reservoirs and canals. Dams, reservoirs and canals are also the sources of water. They are made by humans. Dams are constructed across rivers to control the flow of water. Reservoirs are artificial lakes in which water is collected from dams. The water collected in these reservoirs is released when the level of water in the river decreases. Electricity is also produced using the water of reservoirs. Canals are made to send water from rivers or reservoirs to agricultural regions for irrigation. We should not drink water directly from natural sources. It may harm us. In the same way, we should never consume rainwater directly, as it also has many impurities and germs dissolved in it. We should not dispose garbage into water bodies, as it pollutes them and make their water unfit for consumption. Water bodies also get polluted because people wash clothes and bathe in them. The toxic waste from factories should not be released into water bodies because it makes their water poisonous. Water cycle. The journey of water from the earth to the sky and back to the earth is called the water cycle. Water cycle affects the weather of a place. The sun plays an important role in it. The sun heats up the water of rivers, lakes, ponds and seas. Some of this water changes into water vapor due to the process of evaporation. The water vapor thus produced rises high up in the sky and cools down to form clouds. This process is called condensation. The clouds have tiny droplets of water. When these droplets become much heavier, they fall down in the form of rain. This process is called precipitation. Rainwater flows into rivers, lakes and ponds. In colder areas, these water droplets come down in the form of snow. The snow melts and turns into water and flows into streams and rivers. Thus, the water cycle in nature continues. How salt is made from the sea water. The process of evaporation is used to make salt from the sea water. The sea water is checked when it flows back into the sea by making dikes on the shore. These areas with dikes are called salt pans. The water in these pans evaporates because of the heat of the sun and leaves a layer of salt behind. The salt thus obtained is refined in factories before being used at homes. New words. Evaporation, change of water to water vapor on heating. Condensation, change of water vapor to water on cooling. Water cycle, cycle of water forming water vapor, clouds and then falling as rain. Elder talk. Water is the elixir of life. It is very precious. We should not waste or contaminate it. Read and recall. Water is precious. It is needed by all living things. The main source of water on the earth is the rain. Rivers, lakes, ponds, seas and oceans are the other sources of water. Dams, reservoirs and canals are built to store and use river water. Changing of water into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. Condensation is the change of water vapor to water on cooling. Water cycle is the journey of water from the earth to the sky and back to the earth.